So, pieces of stars and star blooms. All right. I basically turn that down, mama. I basically just got a notification that my last two videos had a community violation. I don't know what this looks like under here, y'all. Y'all be cool on me. Spirit told me I have to re-record the message. And I was about to do something else. We don't gotta worry about that. Okay? If the message comes back, it'll come back and it'll be up and y'all be able to see it. The gist of the message. Oh my God. Listen, because it's like in my head, I'm thinking, okay, it's two things. One, my ancestors are coming down on some bride, okay? And they was telling her to come in and sit down. They called her wig. Listen, God, and the same cards is sitting right here. Look, God. Come on, okay? All right, that's amazing. If you believe the Wizard of Oz, the Wiz, as a matter of fact. Anyways, stay focused, okay? We might be competing with Lil Bit's TV because she said, bump that, it's a party. She's not turning it down. I was basically speaking to the level of hesitation that a lot of us are basically sitting in a space of resonating with because we don't desire to be in a space that actually requires us at this time. So what do I mean by that? A lot of the times, mama, please, babe, please turn it down. It's so loud. Thank you. Okay, so a lot of the times, you don't have to turn it down all the way, babe. A lot of the times, we don't actually allow ourselves to see the many bodies that wisdom comes from. We like to live in the space of wisdom coming from a position of undesirable lessons like trauma and things like that. But you get wisdom from your joy. You get wisdom from your peace. You get wisdom from love. You get wisdom from playfulness. Like you get wisdom from every aspect of life if you do discern and allow yourself to be open. And the rate of openness that we are aligning to is allowing us to be in this space of lost control and not wanting to trap our flow. The reason why that's important is because abundance is sitting with us at a rate to where we get to participate beyond the space of limitations, meaning that, like I said, being abundant in love, being abundant in wealth and finances, being abundant in knowledge, being abundant in community. There's so many layers of abundance. Your energy is abundant. A lot of the times you be waiting on the check, but you are the check. You are the currency. So Spirit is wanting us to open up to that. And then I basically received a message through an interaction that I had. But it's a card that showed up and it was playfulness. And in this card, I thought it was so special because a lot of the times when we see these nostalgic kind of, I was going to say Six of Cups kind of like cards are just energy period in life. I was at the 21C museum. That's where I went at for my birthday. And, they have like a museum, that's basically inside of the hotel, right? And one of the pictures, I walked up to it, and before I could even read the picture, I'm like, oh my God, this is like inner child. I took a picture of it. I don't have it on this phone. But it was a beautiful picture. However, what I was trying to say is playfulness. Sometimes when we think about the inner child, we want to be in this space of recreating, by continuing to relive the old story. And in this full moon energy, a lot of the things that I believe have come forward in my purge basically has been a rate of like resignation. So it's like I'm resigning certain truths that I've continued to perpetuate, right? I'm disrupting certain ideas that I've continued to be in step of. A lot of the times it may not be the things that you're manifesting or calling in. It may be the continued steps that you're taking. And when you think about the inner child, I believe a lot of it isn't just you basically aligning to a rate where you're reparenting, but it's allowing you to basically sit down in the dirt, have the tea party, get the toy that you always wanted to have. Live in this space where you allow yourself to actually start to imagine again. Start to perceive beyond the space of where you feel limitations, because dreams are supposed to be expansive. And that for me came in when I basically seen the peace card, because a lot of the times we believe peace to be this thing of boredom, quietness, because there's no chaos, when truth and reality is it's an interruption of that status. It's a regulation within your system, because you align yourself to breath. You recognize breathing is God. So for those who are constantly asking the question, how do I connect to source? How do I connect to the Most High? It's this layer of recognition that that peace within is the Most High settling within you, within your core, within your nucleus, within you, basically being at this rate of finally allowing yourself to be in the perception of what was previously present within you. You just didn't align to it in awareness because you didn't have that space of acknowledgement in it. Then breath being God. So continuing to be at this rate where you recognize each breath that you're taking is an opportunity, not just because it's this, la da 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 da, love is light type of this bull crap, it's more so like, oh good God, like you breathe. I feel that, I feel that. I feel that, like, you get to breathe at different rates within your vessel, and recognizing how deep that breath goes with you, how deep that peace flows within you, and how that peace shows up in every aspect of your being. And just to think about how it shows up without you being in question of it. You just have to be open and in participation of it. How the quality could change based off of your patterns, and how the parameters that you've set with yourself. So a lot of us may not be in awareness. Oh God. A lot of us may not be in awareness of how we breathe, right? And that's important. I'm trying to basically give the same message that I gave before, without saying the things that I previously said. Impeccability is a rate where you find yourself aware of the value that you have in this moment, and presently protecting it by allowing yourself to create patterns that propel you in your posture, in your position that you are taking in your awakening. And the thing about impeccability and awakening at the same time is the recognition that one is requiring you to maintain routines. Impeccability, I'm finite. I'm paying attention to details. Awakening is this freeing thing. Like, I surrender. I give up, the things that no longer align to me. So being at this rate where you recognize that you have the wisdom, that you're aligned to your abundance because you allowed yourself to be open. You have connected to your inner child because you are now finding the joy and play and pleasure. You are breathing in peace while you're regulating your nervous system, while maintaining a rate of impeccability with how you are showing up on a day-to-day basis, while alerting yourself to the recognition that you have actually awakened to a certain rate within yourself. Start to perceive at these deeper rates by paying attention to the small glitches that'll show up. Maybe it is extra minutes in the minute. Maybe it's dishes coming up missing, and then maybe it's the color of your shoes changing. Does that make sense? For somebody who will know, right? It could be the smallest things that will show up for you. A lot of the times we want this big boom effect, right? Because we feel like in this world that we have to have loud stances for quiet adjustments. And the reality of it is that the quiet adjustments sometimes come first, and they're required a lot of the times because it's a gift within you that is being given. You might not necessarily be aware of all of the previous angst that you are sitting in until you get in the space and in the environment of that which you've actually aligned to and called in. And at this new rate, you get to take step by step, even though that there's this, slingshot, that's being pulled back, and you could feel the cricking, you could hear, you could feel it, right? Be at this rate to where you allow yourself to be in recognition and awareness of that. All right. I love y'all. Peace.